Hi, everybody. Welcome to Mike's Garage. Hope everybody's doing well. A lot of things going on in the world today. We're not going to talk about them here. Listen, I just wanted to tell you one other story about back in the day. Now, I've been around a long time, and where I hung out, there used to be a hot shop. There was a couple burger places, Scotty's, and some other places. I forget all their names. And mostly we hung around. There was a couple bowling alleys used to hang around. And we used to hang out in the parking lot away from the building. You could listen to the radio out there and clown around with everybody, smoke cigarettes, throw the football around. And mostly what was there because we could go inside to the bowling alley, use the bathrooms, and had a cigarette machine in there. I think cigarettes like 50 cents a pack, 2 quarters, pull the lever, get a pack of cigarettes and a pack of matches. You had to have matches, okay? The cigarette lighters worked in the cars, but not all of them lasted too long. Well, anyway, what we used to do is what was cool thing to do back then was when you were leaving the hot shop, you go in, you cruise around, you sit for a while, you see who was there, you talk to the people you knew. Then you would go cruise up to the next place where see who was hanging out there. And maybe with somebody say, hey, we're going to get together at so-and-so's house, or we're going to get together at Lawrence Park Shopping Center or something like that. So that's what you did. You cruised, okay? And it was a place where you'd see each other and you'd mess around at the traffic lights and race a little bit and things like that, okay? Well, we had an old 57. It wasn't old. It was fairly new back then. A 57 Chevy station wagon, okay? It was a stick shift 6-cylinder, straight inline 6-cylinder. I think it was a 232 or something like that, or 292 cubic inches. Had a lot of torque. It was a pretty good little motor. It wasn't fast at all, okay? So what everybody used to do is when you left somewhere, you used to rev up the engine, you used to peel out. You used to burn the back tires. You used to do all that. So everybody says, ooh, look what he did. He's leaving the hot shop. So sometimes the police be there waiting for you to do that too, and they'd get you for disturbing the peace or something. I don't know what it was. But anyway, what we did with the 57 Chevy station wagon, I keep going off on different things here, sorry. I worked at a gas station, a couple other guys were motorheads, grease monkeys, and we were 16, 17 years old. It was 16, I was already on my third car, okay? I used to get them for $50, $25. One guy gave me a car one time. It was an old Plymouth. He ran into something in the right front was pushed in. The body was good, but he broke the A-frames on the right-hand side. They were bent. And so we went to the junkyard and got some other ones over there. It cost you like $3. You go in the junkyard and remove the parts yourself. Anyway, so 57 Chevy. We going to go out on the weekend. So during the week, we jacked the car up, put it up on the lift at the gas station. We're getting ready to close. There's not too much going on. Take the right rear wheel off, and they had brake drums, and nobody had disc brakes. So take the brake drums off, take the brake shoes off of the back plate, and we used to get a C-clamp, one of those things that's shaped like a C and has a screw and it tightens. And you used to put that on the wheel cylinder so it wouldn't push out. You'd hold it in, okay? So put that on, tighten it up as tight as we could get it, put the tire back on, but not the same tire. We got an extra rim, and we got a fairly bald tire, put about 75, 80 pounds of air in it. I forget how much air pressure the compressor would put out, about 80 pounds. So we put about 80 pounds of air in it, put that on the car. It was hard as a rock, man, 80 pounds. And with the 6-cylinder, you would pop the clutch and get the tire spinning, then move your left foot over to the brake. Now, if you did that and you kept the engine about 3,000, 3,500 RPMs, which is about half throttle, okay, the tire would keep spinning, but the car wouldn't go anywhere because you had the brakes on, and an older, bald tire with 80 pounds of air in it didn't have too much traction. But it would make a hell of a noise, screeching and all that, because it was trying to peel out, and the smoke coming out of the back used to stink like rubber. So we went around Friday night and Saturday night to all the hot shops and everything, And every time we left, we would rev up the engine, everybody would start laughing, and we would peel out and go about 100 yards with the back tire smoking. We're going about 5 miles an hour, but the back tire still spinning and smoking and everything like that. And it was just fun. Everybody was laughing at us, look at those crazy guys, what they did. And we wound up Sunday afternoon that weekend putting it back together, putting a tire on it and everything, because it was a great car for transportation. I'll tell you, it was a very dependable car, great on gas. So that was another harmless little fun thing we used to do. Police really didn't appreciate us screeching the tires all the time, but it was just so funny to see this old station wagon burning rubber going down the street. And you keep it in first gear. Top speed in first gear was like 18 miles an hour. So you only be going about 7 or 8 miles an hour while the tire was burning off the rim back there. And we got it down to the cord. Now, cord tires, it doesn't have steel belts, really old stuff. I'm sorry, you're going way back, okay? This is in the mid-60s, I guess, 65, 66. And it was just crazy stuff. So a lot of guys back then, they had the big powerful cars, the Camaros, the GTOs, and the 442s. They were all the big street monsters that they had really fast. And they were the ones that were peeling out and burning rubber everywhere. Some of them, their grandmothers bought them a 442 for their 16th birthday. Crazy stuff. Beautiful car. But anyway, we could burn rubber more than anybody else, and we dared anybody to try and burn more rubber than we could. They didn't know what we did with the brakes and everything, but that car stopped okay with 3 wheels brakes. We just couldn't slam on the brakes. Didn't have anti-lock brakes anywhere. If you hit the brakes too hard, you used to slide, you lost control of the car. Anyway, don't mean to go on and on. Just another fun thing we used to do, crazy thing, soup up a car, make it so it would do something that's not really supposed to do, and just have some good fun with it. I hope you enjoyed the story. Could always use more subscribers. Do something nice for somebody that's a stranger, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching Mike's Garage. Bye.
Yeah, that, Mike, this used to be, I think, maybe where the polar bears, they filled it in.
Oh, yeah,
this is
yeah.
the old wall right here.
That one opens right now. Look, this one opens his mouth.
Oh,
Open this mouth, Christian, open this mouth. And Christian, walk in there.
Wow. It's the alligator visit. Ah, that looks like Pat.